I recently purchased this Ethos laser on an impulse at a tool fair as it was selling for a fantastic price. I've never used this brand before, so stay tuned to find out if it delivers the results that it promises. So I'll put all the details in the description box, but the top three specifications to my mind are, firstly, it's a green laser, so it's got far superior visual aspect to it than the red lasers. It has an accuracy of +3 or -3 millimeters at 15 meters, and it has 230 degree laser, a 5-beam laser in this. So it comes with a carry case, which is nice. Get this open. Ooh. Looks like a nice, relatively waterproof case, and there we have the laser. It's quite chunky actually, quite big. I can feel the pendulum inside moving as it is. We have a, wow, that's heavy, magnetic base. Great for RSJs, I guess, if you're on a building site. In here, all I've got is a radiator. And a target box. Has it got any batteries? Great, it's come with batteries already installed. Also got a tripod with the laser. Even if you didn't get one, you could probably pick them up quite cheap off of various different online stores, but it is just a bog standard tripod really, except obviously it's just designed to go with the laser. So it operates pretty much like any other camera stand. You've got your up and down functionality, you've got your left to right, and you've got your tilt. And obviously it's got a lock to stop it from spinning up and down. In fact, all the functions lock off. Again, you've got an angle adjustment there as well, and it comes with the all-important detachable base, which attaches into the smaller of the two base holes. Obviously that's the adapter for the large one, and the large one also fits the magnetic base, which incidentally also has a rotation on it. So we'll just fit this camera base on it. Wow, so I've got fat builder's fingers, which is a little bit fiddly. They could have made a bit more space in there. So straight away, that's much better. Using the adapter plate, managed to get that on a lot easier. One of the great features about this laser, it's got a very big chunky locking switch for the pendulum. So as you can hear that it's moving around. So that'll be in its self-leveling mode. If I lock it off, it's gone solid. Great for transportation, so the laser and the mirrors don't get damaged in the back of your van. And also, if for example you need to put a laser line on a gradient, say if we're doing a staircase, you can lock the laser off, point it where you want it, and just leave it, go mark off where you need to do it. So laser wise, we've got your horizontal and vertical at the front, on the main area here, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 points of laser at the rear. The one thing this one doesn't have is it doesn't have an under laser. So if you wanted to do a point floor to ceiling, for example, so if you're doing downlights, as I quite often do, you can map it out on the floor, and then you can just shine a laser from top to bottom to get the exact point in the ceiling. Also makes it a lot easier later on after the board's been put up, the plaster board's been put up. But what you can do is you can just tilt it to a side with the laser locked off, and you can use the two laser points on the side. Just be aware that obviously there will be one at the rear here. So what does this laser actually have on it? Well, first of all, we've got your main power button, and we've got a power reducing button. This one is to extend your life of the batteries, because what it does is it just dims the laser level itself, which I'll demonstrate in a second. So let's get it on. So turning that one instantly, you can see it's flashing away. No, it's not, because it's still in locked mode. Now it's flashing away because it's not level. And bring it down, and there we go. knock it off, stop flashing. There's no audible sensor with this one, but you don't really need them anyway, in my opinion. So pushing the top main power button again, we get the horizontal, again, get the vertical, pushing it again, we get the dots which come out of each side. I'm going to keep my hand on the rear one because I don't want to blind the camera people. So you've got one on that side and you can probably see it here on this side. Pushing the power button once again, you still get the main point dots, but you get the horizontal and the vertical. Pushing it again, push it again, there we go. Loses the dots on the rear and it goes back to where we started with the horizontal and vertical. Pushing the power button, the second power button, sorry, on the top, you can see the laser light is actually dimmed in level, and if I just tilt this towards the camera, you can see there's a very obvious light on the top to tell you that you've actually pushed that button. So you know you've done that and it's not actually the batteries dying in the laser. Pushing and holding the button will turn the whole thing off. So with the magnetic base, whopping great big magnets on the back, and it also comes with a screw hook point, so if you had a screw in the wall you could just hang it down like that, so you don't actually need to use these. It's got the large circular base on there with a hole that runs straight through, because there was a little mistake I made just a second ago, being an idiot. There is actually a laser, but it's in the big hole, which is why I didn't spot it. So this simply just screws on, like it did with the other. And as you can see, once it's on, it can rotate full 360. You can see it's been designed large enough that you can spin it all the way around without it interfering with whatever it's attached to on the wall, or maybe it's an RSJ or whatever steelwork. But to quickly demonstrate on my only piece of metal here in the room, instant grab, and that's got a very good feel on it. I mean, you can tilt it, but that's not gonna, it's not gonna come off easily. Another thing that it comes with is a green target. Get it the right way around. Not something I personally use much myself, but it has a bracket on the back with a hooking point. Even comes with a magnet again. If you wanted to get a bang on dead accurate spot on the wall or wherever it is you're aiming for, these things are good for that, because the laser will shine a lot better once it hits the lines on the target, and it's more visible for you, and you know it's in exactly the right place where you want it. So all in all, I think I got a great deal, and I'll be using this on site very soon. What are your thoughts? Do you own an Ethos laser or thinking of buying one? Let me know in the comments below. And for more information on how to use it, check out this video. Thanks for watching, see you next time.